Hello there. Today we're going to go over how you can respec your character's stat points. As you level up, you probably put a little bit into everything. Once you get to higher up, you might want to change the allocation. And you can actually do that once you reach level 43. Level 43 unlocks the electric medicine workbench, which has a memory wiping medicine, which allows you to reset your stats. In order to reset your stats, you're going to need some beautiful flowers, horns, bones, and pal fluids. And in this video, we're going to go about how you can get these in the most efficient way possible. When it comes to farming beautiful flowers, there are a few pals that drop it, but your best bet is actually heading over to the wildlife sanctuaries. There is one over here, there's one down here, and there's one in the top right of the map, as these areas will have beautiful flowers growing on them. Other than that, you can farm Lilines, you can farm, well, basically the grass Pokemon. One that looks like a rose, I can't remember top of the head. We'll go through them afterwards. But as you can see here, just dropping in here, picking up these beautiful flowers is most likely going to be your best bet at getting them quickly, because no matter which pal you kind of hunt, if you will, you aren't going to get any more than just a couple no matter what you do. So do keep that in mind. Going to the Safari Islands, picking up these flowers is going to be your best bet. And as you can see, there is quite a lot here, so make sure you stop by, get them. And you might have to do a couple of trips, but if you do all three, you should get close to 30 or 40 flowers. I'm currently on the second island after getting the first one done, and we're already up to 63 here. So now, just to be clear, there are a few pals that do drop the beautiful flowers, Lilines, Petalias, Ribbunnies, and Wumpos. Do be aware that Ribbunny only has a 5% chance to drop one flower, and the Lilines, Petalias, Wumpos all drop 1 to 2. So even if you want to try and farming these, that is going to be kind of rough, and I would really just recommend that you go ahead and farm the safari zones themselves, as that will be your best source of finding these beautiful flowers, as well as some other goodies on the way. The second ingredient, bone, can be gained from any one of these pals, and honestly, I would recommend you doing probably Cognitos. Cognitos have a chance of dropping 2 to 4. And if you want to kind of make it very efficient in terms of your farming, you can catch and then butcher the pal, basically double drops. Other pals here, the Vanworm has a chance of dropping 1 to 2. They're lower level as well. Pixie, 1 bone, also lower leveled. And we'll just quickly go through where exactly we can find these 3 pals recommended. Most of these others will drop 1 to 2. Anubises are high levels, so they're kind of hard to get, but they'll be dropping 3 to 5. But yeah, these are going to be your best sources of bone. Starting with my most recommended, the Cognito spawns all over the island here next to Volcano. And I would recommend just roaming the southern area at night, only available at night, as you'll usually be able to find a lot of them, and they'll be lowerish level, so they'll be easy to farm. Probably, as I said, the most efficient way to farm bones. Pixies can be found at a low level and all around the spawn, which makes it very easy to farm. Vanworms, on the other hand, spawns in a volcano area at a higher level, but they also spawn in the area where the Cognitos spawn. So again, farming Vanworms, farming Cognitos could probably be your best way to get bones, but there is another way, and that is the merchant. So you can also get bones, horns, pal fluids from merchants around the map, but we'll be looking at the monsters mainly. Next up, we're going to jump into the horns. To farm horns, you can go for any one of these pals, but the ones that I would recommend are the 8-tier deers. They are pretty much everywhere, they are lower leveled, and they are guaranteed to drop 2 horns every time you deal with one. And again, you can capture it and butcher it for basically 4 horns gained, and that is a way to speed up, the gathering progression. Arsux is another one. You can find them in some lower level areas below level 10, drops 1 horn guaranteed. And Caprity 2 drops 1 to 2 horns. These are probably your 3 best bets for farming a large amount of horns efficiently. When it comes to where to farm 8-tier deer, they are basically everywhere, as you can see in the starting area, meaning that farming them is incredibly easy, so you should have no problem finding a lot of them. Same can be said for Caprity, who is basically very much around the center area. Can also be found down here and up here, but should be found very close to the starting spawn. Lastly, we have Arsux, who's very limited in where you can find him, and it's also far away from the base spawn, but at this point, you shouldn't have any problems traveling. But even then, wouldn't really recommend him. Would just recommend going for extra days in order to farm bones, or sorry, not bones, horns, and if not, buy them from a merchant. With how many water pals drop pal fluids and with how easy it is to obtain, I would really just recommend going along a coastline and start hunting. Celeris will be dropping 1 to 2. Most of these guys will be dropping 1 each. Serpents will be dropping each. Aquas will be dropping 5. Yeoman Tide 2 to 4. But generally, Celery can drop 2. The rest of these guys will be dropping 1 for the most part. And as I said, just go to any coastline, go ham. You'll have no problem finding the pal fluid itself. It can be a little bit daunting early game, but honestly, all of these drop it. And all of these are more or less guaranteed to drop it, so you should have no problem stocking up on the pal fluid required. Now, as I mentioned earlier, your other option is to go to the Wandering Merchants, as they will be selling some of these ingredients. One in the small settlements will sell you both bones and horns. It'll be a bit steep though, you're going to need 50 of these. That is going to be basically around 15,000. Going to be 20,000 for both of these, but you can buy them instead of farming for them, which should make your life a little bit easier. Unfortunately, after looking through every merchant that I know of, I haven't found any that sells pal fluids or beautiful flowers. But if you do find one yourself, please let us know in the comments. It would be very helpful. Once you've gotten all of the required ingredients, you just head to the medicine workbench. You make the medicine. You are going to need a pal with medicine production. In our case, we're going to have Lylene here go ahead and make it for us. And it's going to take a little bit of time, as you can see. And with that, the memory wiping medicine is done. We pick it up, and now you are free to use it. We're actually going to go ahead and do just that. And as you can see, we don't have any stat points available. We kind of have everything distributed a little bit randomly. We're just going to go ahead and use that on ourselves. And boom, we now have 59 stat points available to us, which seems a little bit weird because I think we should have had 50, but we'll take it. So yeah, we can now go ahead and enhance our stats as we see fit. All stats available. As I said here, a little bit weird. I would not think that you get more than this because you get 1 stat point per level. We're level 50, we have 59 stat points. I guess you start with some distributed. I haven't actually tested this before. Let me know what you think, and yeah, it should make your life a little bit easier. Thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you around next time. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see next, or if you have any questions, and as I said, I'll see you next time around. Bye bye!